Hi, it's Carl here for ProAV TV, and today I'm going to cover some of the differences between the Sony a7s and its successor, the a7s Mark II. So, the a7s is a very popular camera at the moment, and for good reason. It's small, it's lightweight, it shoots great video, and as everyone knows, its high ISO performance is pretty much unequaled right now in this price range. It's pretty incredible. So when Sony updated the camera to the Mark II, they added many improvements, but the big two are definitely the internal 5-axis image stabilization and the ability to record 4K internally to SD cards. So let's look at that image stabilization first. This is such a welcome addition for both video and for stills. The a7s II is an incredible camera for taking stills in low light, and if you're working with low light, it's quite likely you'll be using slower shutter speeds. Plus, you might be using a fast prime lens with a wide aperture, and lenses like that don't usually have image stabilization built into them. So just think how much having internal image stabilization built into the camera is going to help in that situation. It's a perfect match for the type of situation the a7s II is designed for. And it's just as helpful for video. I mean, my favourite way to shoot video with the a7s is holding it up to your eye handheld, like you would to take stills. It allows you to be flexible and creative and keep a really low profile. But the trouble with this is that I always have to use an image stabilised lens in order to keep camera shake down and hide any rolling shutter artifacts. But with the a7s II, I get that image stabilisation whichever lens I choose to use, helping me avoid shaky shots even when I'm not using a monopod or a tripod. So the other big improvement Sony added is internal 4K video to SD cards. The previous a7s could output 4K via its HDMI, so if you used an external recorder, you could get some really lovely 4K video. But the Mark II saves you the added bulk and weight of a recorder by being able to record it internally to its SD cards. It does this using Sony's XAVC-S codec at 100 megabits a second. And if you need a refresher on Sony's range of XAVC codecs, you can watch our video here, which will explain a bit more about XAVC-S. And another area that's had a resolution boost is its slow motion. You can now record up to 120 frames a second in 1080p rather than in 720p, which is a great addition. There's also a small improvement in the camera's high ISO performance. The original a7s was already an incredibly strong performer, but the Mark II is just that little bit cleaner at higher ISOs. The main difference seems to be in the level of coloured noise. This makes the noise slightly less obvious in the footage from the Mark II. Physically, the a7s Mark II is definitely chunkier than the Mark I. It does feel slightly heavier and more substantial, but this is of course necessary to be able to have the image stabilization and the 4K recording, and personally it wouldn't put me off at all, and these are still very small and light cameras in the big scheme of things. One other small addition to the body is an extra custom button on the top, which I'm sure will be really handy. The more assignable buttons the better on cameras like this. It means that you can set the camera up to be exactly how you want it for the work that you're doing, so it means that you can work faster on set. We also get S-Log 3 instead of S-Log 2, so that when you want to be shooting a log format you have more options, and you get faster autofocus for your stills, so there's definitely big improvements here. The a7s Mark II shares a lot of similarities with the original a7s, but it just improves on almost every element. At its heart, it's still the same camera, but more refined and more powerful. So if you found this useful, please do like the video and leave a comment below. And if you think we missed anything or have any questions at all, I'd love to hear from you.